Hello, everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world and the Lightworkers RoundTable. As you can tell, a little bit different background tonight, a little bit different topics tonight. So, hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Not really different topics. We are still going to raise our vibes. I have no guests tonight. You get me. All of me. Anyway, yesterday was the day for us. On my live stream yesterday was the day for us to vent. Tonight is the night for us to raise those vibes. We got work to do. We're not done. This election and everything is nowhere near over. Could go either direction. And so, hi, Mossel. Good to see you. We got a lot of work to do. As light workers, no matter whether, hey, there's my girl. How you doing, Wolf Girl Oracle? Good to see you, Dolly. I hope you're feeling better. Tonight we need to talk about what we're going to do for solutions, no matter which direction things go. Because the reason the background is even different tonight, around me on your screen is purple. It's kind of the bluish shade of purple, but that's just because that's my favorite shades of purple. Hi, Manasa. Mwah. The purple. And yeah, back to that. The reason that is there is because what we had was a purple election. And if you really think about it in our history, we've had more of those than we've had any other kind. And to be fair, we don't really want it to be completely one way or the other. I don't want to shut out half the country. I don't know about you. And having a major troll yesterday in my live stream helped me find my center on this, though. So I thank him very much for showing up. He's still banned. Please don't come back. Thank you, Manasa. Hi, Jenny. Wonderful to see you. So, yeah, he helped me get centered on this. The answer to all of this. We got to find this forgiveness. We're so divided we're not just divided by political parties or skin colors or beliefs. We're divided in all of those. We're divided by culture. But you know what, you guys? Isn't that why that was a nasty troll. I apologize for letting him stay in there for so long. What we went through, we need to have both opinions, because if we don't, we become living in the bubble. You see? No two people see the world the same. So no two people have exactly the same opinions on things, the same desires or needs. And we need to keep that in mind. It's really, really hard to find forgiveness for a group of people who have called you everything under the sun, including baby eaters. I mean, come on, give me a break. We all know that's lunacy, and the decent, quote unquote, normal people know that's lunacy. So yeah, everyone's perspective. Hi, Willie. Everyone's perspective is unique because of all your experience you've had from the moment you took that first breath. How you took that first breath is even different in all of us. Robert, hi, good to see you. Oh my goodness, Robert Burke. Good to see my brother here. So yeah, you know, I have friends on both sides of the aisle. You know what the main thing we have in common is what we do recreationally. We have a great time together. And we don't, our number one rule, no politics. I would like to see us go back to those days where uh my mama taught me you don't talk religion and you don't talk politics because it's so emotional. And no two and now I know it's because nobody sees it the same. Nobody does. So, yes, Robert, that's dear Miss Rachel, our sister Rachel. Yeah. Oh, um, yeah. So I normally, when we pull a card, I normally have a guest here to give you an introduction about what they do on their channel and everything. Um, Tonight is actually as much about you. You're my guest. The chat is my guest tonight. So it's really cool to see all you people I love so much in here. Wow. This is great. This is great. It's like my family here. Well, it is my family here. I call you all my family. Um, Whether you're a moon dancer or a light worker or you're both. So I thought tonight, we do, we pull a card, and I usually end the night with the Therapet card. I'm always complaining about how big these cards are. You guys look at this. Okay. That's a big damn card. Okay. Anyway, the messages are wonderful. So I thought this is where we need to start tonight, is with one of these cards instead of ending on it. So I went ahead and pulled one. I just stuck my fingers in the deck and pulled this one out. Your speed doesn't matter. Forward is forward. We're just going through delays. Most of the results aren't in it yet anyway, so what are we all upset and worried about? It can go either way, you know? Yeah, it is. I know. It's hard as hell to shuffle. I have to shuffle it by shuffling it on the corners. I can't shuffle that. Yeah, but they're wonderful. The messages are terrific. They really are. I pull these things all day long. I see them getting very worn out. On my display where all my cards are, it's on the very top where I can really get to them. But our speed is we are moving forward. Okay. Hey, we actually got some of these to state what their policies were, like investigating the Bidens and Matt Gaetz, quote unquote. I heard him say straight out of his mouth he was going to do investigations and do away with spending things that create inflation, like Medicare. Sorry, I think that is the most silly, ridiculous. If that's the case, my God, we've been in super, super bad inflation for a really long decades. Jeez. Yeah, we always have inflation. It's kind of used to go along with, yeah. Dolly and I were talking about that earlier. Goes along with supply and demand normally. Now it just goes along with, well, I think I want to raise the prices. I need some more money in my coffers. So they raise the price. Has nothing to do with supply and demand anymore. Anyway, this is not a bitch show. Sorry. Anyway, oh yeah. That card, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, y'all. We know what we need. We know what we want. So that's what our focus needs to be on. So tonight I thought, we recite every single week on here. We recite the Lightworkers pledge. or I recite it, I thought, well, tonight let's go through it line by line and really talk about what is this? What does this mean? To really be a light worker, and you're making this pledge. First of all, you're declaring it in love. Nothing is stronger than love. Love conquers everything, brings in forgiveness, brings in manifestation, brings in desire. Nothing more powerful than love. So that's why you're declaring it in love. The first two lines I'm going to combine into two. Hi, Ron. Speaking of unconditional love. Mwah! Great to see you, my friend. The first two lines I'm going to combine into one because it starts off, I will act. Now, this is not, I will talk. This is walking the walk, y'all. I will act based on judgments from the heart, not on fear or lack. Hi, Teresa Balthazar. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah. Stop, think about that. I will act based on judgments from the heart, not based on fear or lack. So when you're doing the comparison of others, that shouldn't be a problem unless those people have you afraid. And then you need to check yourself. See what I'm saying? I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial, or political agendas. Here, I know definitely on this channel right here, this channel is all about equality and fairness and harmony for everybody. So that's my political agenda. What's right for the earth is what's right for all living things on it. So that's, if I were to get into any kind of a real serious activist agenda, we got to do something about this planet. And you will start seeing, hi, Jay, good to see you, Herc213. You're going to see more and more on my community tab or my community page. I'm going to be posting a lot more things, unity, that have to do with the earth, how to, documentaries, videos, links to things like that on how we as individuals can do small things to help stop climate change. We don't need to wait on these big corporations that have it. If it doesn't make them money, they don't care. It's funny, you can't drink, eat, sleep, and breathe money. It's only paper. And it's not even that now. It's in the ethers. It's the webnet. So, it's all a matter of what is real to you, what is tangible to you. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. Everywhere you see someone like yesterday, my troll yesterday was doing great, cruising along. We were having interesting conversations about ayahuasca and DMT and plant medicine, and then I started off on the Border Patrol and got into talking about politics, which was kind of what the show was about. And then all of a sudden, this person was, whoa, what about so-and-so? Because I brought up, he brought up something about Antifa and BLM, and I went, what? Okay, explain to me what you're talking about. And it went very south from there. But I got insulted out of the deal, which my ego went, whoosh, how dare you? This is my space. So I had to calm down, catch my breath, and yeah. Then Aiden popped in just as the guy was insulting me, and Aiden just went, timed him out. And when I noticed Aiden timed him out, I was like, okay, see ya. Stony Baker! Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. My company cares about climate change. We now recycle 97% of all the waste created by our manufacturing and by us as employees. And you're making electrical equipment. I mean, yeah. So I would imagine that some of that waste could be kind of toxic. Well, it's like what's in Transformers, crap, that stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart on that. Yeah, the troll probably had a few too many cans of bad beer. All I know is I kind of found it a little. After I calmed down, it was like, Katie, this is funny. Actually, this is really funny. So, but it was interesting afternoon yesterday. So yeah, my channel is all about us being a group together. We have a wide range of people in here. My subscribers are very eclectic and beautiful and wonderful, and I love you all so much. You guys you're my light. Definitely my light. Yeah. So yeah, that's reducing conflict and division, I guess, is see a troll if you're going to come in here and try to cause a problem in my little family where we all get along wonderfully. You're not welcome here. You need to go watch another video. There's only about 2 or 3 others you can choose from on YouTube. And if that has you bored, there's some other social media places you can go where you're welcome. Anyway, the next line is I will act to promote cooperation. Yeah, whack a troll. I needed you, Ron. Oh, yesterday. That was funny. Anyway, yeah, I will act to promote cooperation. That means we got to reach across the aisles. You ready? I will act. That means I have to forgive these people. These people we've been calling whack jobs, and, that's a small group that's very loud. Hi, Rose Blue. Yeah, we've been going about, I'm trying to find where the time's loaded. It usually tells me how long. Anyway, we haven't been going very long. And I owe you a reading, beautiful girl, Rose Blue. I was going back and reading the chat from yesterday, and I missed your question, and I'm really sorry. So yeah, I can't do it tonight, but you're first on the list for Wednesday. Okay. And in the meantime, your brother's in my prayers. Okay. Definitely in my prayers, which, by the way, all part of my promoting cooperation and consensus and peace. We'll just combine those 3 together. I'm going to start a prayer list. Oh, stage 4 and also in the lungs. We're going to, yeah, you definitely in my prayers every night, every morning and night. Hi, Sharon Sipe. There's our super lady. You're beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I am. Sorry to hear that. But I'm here for you if you need me, okay? You want to direct message me on Instagram, that's probably the quickest way to get a hold of me. Because I check that probably 1,000 times a day. The next one, I will act recognizing the quality of all human beings. 419. It is. Enjoy, folks. Yeah. Recognizing the quality of everybody. You know, I have one thing to say that is kind of religious in this. We are all created in God's image. It doesn't say only white people are created in God's image. The Bible says man is created in God's image. So when you demonize, discount, or put down any group of people, you're insulting the Creator, because they are created in His image. His image, her image. We are all the God molecule. If you want to really get it into science and quantum physics, which is more down my cup of tea, although religion definitely is too, and was at a point in my life. It's not so much now. But yeah, Manasa and I are teaching. I keep wanting to say we're teaching it, but we're actually just doing a presentation, a series for people that are curious and wanting to know about the parts of the Bible that were removed or just never quite made it into the book we have now. The Gnostic texts, the Nag Hammadi. And we're doing that on Tuesday. Manasa, is that on your channel or my channel? We'll let you know. But yeah, and I believe I'm thinking we may be talking about the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. I'm feeling that divine feminine energy tonight. So yeah, everyone has a gift, at least one gift that they need to be giving and using and developing. And when we put everybody into a sheeple mode or the worker mode, or, put people into categories and stereotypes, we lose so much because the individual gets forgotten about. And that individual has so much to give, so very much to give. So, yeah, that's recognizing the quality of all human beings. And, people, and I have to say this, living close to the southern border, immigrants that come to this country. I live in a town that is full of refugees from all over the world. We took in a bunch of people from Afghanistan. That's our most recent group. The Sudan. We took in people from the Ukraine back in the early 1990s, the first time around. So, refugees from Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans settled here. So we got really good barbecue. Not only do we have great Mexican food, but we got super good barbecue. Best of both worlds here. Anyway, but the point I'm making is all these cultures, having them all together. Oh my goodness, is it fun? It's like, well, hun, let's see, during shutdown, what kind of food are you into tonight? You want Greek? You want a sub? Do you want, and you go, because it's a foodie paradise. You want a little falafel. It's wonderful. Tucson is a great place to live because there's a little bit of the whole world here. Kind of hot, but this time of year, I love it as it's cooling off. The next one, to pursue a picture of collective truth rather than your personal truth. Now, I was just saying we need to celebrate the individual. We need to listen to the individual as a collective. As a collective, if you're listening to one, you're listening to all. You're hearing all. So, That's it. It's not a personal me, 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 me. I look at just in the tarot community, it's really interesting the different styles and way the different readers promote their channels. And some of them are very much me, me, me. Look at me. Here I am. Look at me. Hi. And then there's those that are just come in, be quiet, participate, do their stuff, and they're gone. Everyone is so different. And that's what makes it fun. How boring would it be if it was like 1984, George Orwell's 1984, where everybody dressed in gray, drab or green, drab uniforms. Men and women look the same, no gender difference. What kind of a boring world would that be? You know? Everybody's the same. Who do you laugh at? And I don't mean, well, I'm sorry, that was rude. Who do you laugh with? And thinking, there's no comedians, musicians. Where's the art in that kind of a world? See what I mean? To acknowledge, I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening. That's huge. That's the whole purpose of Lightworker. Yeah, where'd Robert go? That's the whole purpose of being a light worker. There's so many people right now that are kind of lost, disillusioned, because what they had all their cards stacked in was a lie. And that's becoming more and more apparent. It's like I was watching the Bathrobe Tarot earlier, Danny Shea. He's been on this show. And he was saying he keeps getting the Sun card. I keep getting the Sun card and oracle cards relating to the Sun. Yes, Rose. Yeah, be joyful, especially near him and around him. Because, sweetheart, let me tell you, he's got a tough road to hoe. And if for some reason that he transitions on, you need to celebrate the fact he beat you. He beat you to it, because that's what that's our goal for all of us. It's like that's a part of an awakening too, is realizing that death is not an end. Death is just go through that door to get somewhere else, because you're going to go on another adventure, on a new part of this existence. Maybe not this exact life, but your soul's existence. So you're in Florida. Good. I'm glad that your mom is there too. I know that you've been concerned about whether you should be there or what, and I would be too. I can tell you, when I had cancer, I didn't want to be around people. It was all I could do to just think about, I was taking care of my mom. So just getting through every single day was enough. So having other people around, even though they were around to help, was completely exhausting. And you don't want to be exhausted. You want to keep your strength up. So there you go. That's a loving thing to stay away. Isn't that probably the most difficult thing you're having to do ever in your life? But yeah, when the time is right, you'll know. That's, he is, I keep feeling he has got one foot on each side of the veil. And that's a beautiful place in a way to be, because you can see what's ahead for you, which most of us who are on this side can only guess. And you still have that connection to the physical world as well. So, pretty interesting place to be in the in-between there. If you think about it, life is just us. Yeah, in a meat suit, learning what the Creator sent us here to learn. You know, also, we choose what we come here to learn. We sign a contract that says, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And we all chose to be here right now. I heard Debbie say yesterday, Freebird Spirit, when this stuff's going on that really upsets you, remind yourself, I chose to be here now. Why did I choose to be here now? She said the why one too. I was like, yes, I totally agree. Why did I choose this time, this period in time? So yeah, as people are coming into seeing how they've been controlled, and I've been still going through that. I was one of the most patriotic young women you'd ever want to know. I mean, fly that flag, Katie. And now, when it's really been in my face since 2015, that this country's based on slavery and destruction and genocide, and it's just like, I can't hoorah that no more. My ancestors were involved too. I mean, my ancestors came here in 1693. So I have a lot of healing to do for them, genetic healing to do for them. The rest of my family doesn't even want to talk about it. That's in the past. What's that got to do with me? Those people are dead. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. No, you don't understand. You are the hope of all the people who came before you in this. That's a huge responsibility when you look at it that way. So, on that note, I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. Yes, we carry our family's karma as well as our own. And not everyone in the family even is aware of that. There's usually one or two people per generation that are chosen to be the healers of certain things in your ancestry, in your genetics, we can say, in your DNA. You can heal your DNA. You can. That's terrific, Jenny. You can trace your family on your dad's side to the Mayflower. Wow. I wish I could say that. You know, the reason I say it's based on slavery is because so I guess you're that person on your dad's side of the family was a Puritan, huh? They were either run off to the new country because of religion, or when they figured out that there was money to be made here, then they came here by indentured servitude or downright slavery to just a few wealthy, very wealthy families. That's what our country's based on. It's based on indentured servitude and plain on slavery. Stop and think about that. I love my ancestors. My great grandfather, I am very, very proud of, but I'm also very ashamed of, because, He's an Indian fighter. He was a colonel in the cavalry. He fought Cochise and Geronimo here in Arizona. So, Bear Lake Pioneers. Hi, Hypnicity. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Mwah. Yeah, so I didn't really feel how you could, that didn't really click here in my heart, how you can help heal your family's genealogy until I got really involved in Standing Rock. And I'm watching on Facebook when the veterans showed up and they had the ceremony for the veterans. And the ceremony went to the leader of the veterans went to the elders, and he was dressed in a cavalry uniform. That's Wounded Knee area. And he got down on bended knee to the elder and begged forgiveness. That makes me tear up. So I did too at the same time. And when the elder put his hand on the man's head and said, you are forgiven in all the generations connected, I was like, wow. All of a sudden I knew what my family went through as pioneers. They were terrified. But at the same time, violence begets violence. Violence doesn't bring answers. Violence only brings destruction. Hi, Arlene. Good to see you too, sweetie. Good to see you all. So, as we're listening to these people that we've got to find forgiveness for, intentionally pumping out volumes of deliberate, knowing misinformation, we have to be very, very, very careful that when we talk stuff, and we know what we hear from spirit, we know what we get from the cards, but we have to be very careful when we're talking the facts, because we don't want to misinform. And God bless you all in the chat. That's all I can say, because you guys are the ones that keep us in line with those facts, with the names, the places, what's going on. As a card reader, and some of you in here I know read cards. As a card reader, you get into a mental state where you're listening to everything around you, but you're not hearing everything around you because you are so focused on the message. And so that's why it's really hard to keep up with the chat and do the technical stuff, remember the names. I'm trying to stay in this completely open state so I can hear the messages. And that can get confusing at times. Anyway, so right now, I was just looking at the election returns just before I started. And last I heard, Boebert is ahead by about just right around 100 votes is all. Not very many votes, but she's in the lead. It is really odd how in these races, they are like 50-50. In Arizona here, there are, oracle cards, they're a lot of readers start with them because you don't have to memorize. There's nothing to memorize unless you choose to. You can memorize the book. I look at the card and I see what's in the card, what the message is written on the card. Sometimes there's no message written on the card. But yeah, you ought to try getting deck of oracle cards. That's how I started. It's just I bought a deck of oracle cards, the empowerment cards, the Josephine Wall cards. I use them on here often. I started with those, and I would pull 3 cards every day. What do I need to let go of from yesterday? What do I need to focus on today? And what do I need to prepare for tomorrow? And that would be my 3 oracle cards I would pull every day. You're right, hypnicity. How does anybody claim to know what's absolutely true? Nobody knows everything for sure. They really don't. So, yeah, that's a fun way. And there are several out there. I suggest get an oracle card journal and write down what you get every day. I can tell you it is fun to go back and look it over and see what came true for you. Oh, thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Arlene. Yeah, it's just, it's fun. It's fun. I can't imagine my life without cards, but that's because they're my addiction now. Anyway, yeah, this is my newest deck that I just got. Arrived yesterday. This is the Soul Helper Oracle. Had to stop and think about that. And I've done a review on them. So I just have to get it edited and uploaded. It'll be up. I broke a rule in using them tonight because I wanted to pull a card from them. And because they're beautiful. They're all very vibrant like that. And you know me, I'm all about pastel. I'm such a dainty pastel girl. So, yeah, I just kind of thought, talking about what it is to be a light worker. Don't stop focusing that light on what you want happening in politics and that renaissance we're focused on, because that is still a great possibility. Nothing is over till it's over. And I started to say till the fat man sings, and then my brain took off on the tangent. Fat man, I don't think is going to be giving any kind of a announcement on the 15th. He's pretty pissed off. I think he's seeing the writing on the wall. Oh, hell, his rallies have gotten down to next to nobody. So, yeah, me dainty. That's a me. I'm a little girly. Yeah, like with the nails and the lace gloves and I'm preparing because getting used to wearing something like this. Because I'm going to go to the doctor with my thumb. And if they want to do surgery on me, it'll be about a year where I'll have a purple scar. So I'm like, get used to wearing gloves. They're comfortable, they're soft, they're nice to have. So anyway, I digress. This is all about being happy and making things be what you want. It's not happening as fast as we thought it would or as complete as we thought it would. But you bring more people to the table if you're not massively in charge. That's not any more fair for it to be completely blue than it is for it to be completely red. So I am really settling into this kind of a purple idea, as long as they don't go after people to destroy them, destroy their lives. And once that starts, can't happen. It's got to stop. Now, the other thing I want you all to keep in mind, January 6th happened, right? The DOJ is not through with that. there is the 14th Amendment. And that is what I have all my hopes on, is the 14th Amendment. We have these people that have been reelected that should not have ever been running for office. And it will be deemed that. That is my gut. That is my guides. And that's what I felt all along, was that it didn't really matter what happened in this election, that it was going to be settled by the Department of Justice and indictments. Who gets indicted, I don't know. Whether we'll be happy about who gets indicted, I don't know. But that is going to open up some seats, y'all. And that makes special elections, runoff elections, and in the Senate, gubernatorial appointments, unfortunately. My camera moved? What did it do? Because I'm not, it's not, this is my laptop. I'm sitting on my bed, y'all. I thought tonight was Katie Lightworker night. Let's be comfortable. Yeah. Yes. I can tell you Pima County right here. They've already said, the recorder's office has already said it got a whole week before they'll have everything counted. They're being in Arizona, they are counting everything by hand. That way, no one can say the machine's fucked up. So. Yeah, I hope the Texas administration gets removed first. Didn't Ted Cruz? I just want Ted Cruz out. I'm tired of him. That man has been nothing but an obstructionist, him and Mitch McConnell, since they took office. What, 15, 20 years ago? Number one thing we have to do, really, our fight, you guys, is we have to get money out of politics. We have to bring down Citizens United. We have to get that brought down. As long as the 465, I posted this on my community page because it literally freaked me out. 465 billionaires in this country donated $881 million to right-wing campaigns. First off, I didn't know this country had 465 billionaires. Not millionaires, billionaires. Now that source is Robert Wright. Used to be Secretary of the Department of Labor under Bill Clinton. I kind of think he knows his numbers. I had no idea. Now stop and think. Most of them are not paying taxes. No, I know I'm not a billionaire. Hell, I ain't a millionaire. I'm not I'm barely a thousandaire. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. And they want to make it so that they get even pay less taxes. How do you pay less than zero? What the government you do like Mr. Musk, and you get government subsidies for every little idea that you have pops into your damned head. They know how to get that government money. That's how they get started. Yes, the loopholes absolutely need to be plugged. You know, I remember, gosh, years ago, there was a candidate for president, Steve Forbes, from Forbes magazine. Forbes, the family, Forbes. Was it Forbes? I'm sorry, Rockefeller. He was one of them big names. I think he was a Rockefeller. Anyway, he proposed a 1% across the board income tax. No exceptions. Everybody pays 1% of your income. And then that way you don't have a refund. You don't have all this worry about how much money comes out of my paycheck and how much am I going to get back, and should I claim 1 or 2 dependents, or do I claim 0, or do I file joint with my husband, or do I file separate, or oh, should I itemize? Blech. I used to think I wanted to be an income tax preparer because it was a good way to make some money from 3 or 4 months. I have dyslexia with numbers. Be a lot of problems with a lot of them income. A lot of those returns would be a mess. Oh, yeah, Steve Forbes. That's what I thought it was, Forbes in the first place. Thank you, Rich. Oh my God. Yes. So I'm pretty sure it was Forbes. I think Beto's meant for much bigger things than being governor. I think he'd be a dynamite senator. And Stacey Abrams, yeah, both of them need to be in Washington. Actually, Beto O'Rourke has the charisma to actually be a kind of like Bernie Sanders kind of guy. He could do more not in office by being vocal than what he could do in office because of the restrictions. Hey, your refund is $1 million. Oh, no, wait, you owe $10. Never mind. I love it. 1%. Hey, I'm just saying, you make people pay. Everybody pays the same. Corporations, everybody pays the same. That's how they do it. But see, they're like, here comes the socialist in me. That's what they do. That's how it is in like Sweden and Finland and places, Norway, socialist countries. Everybody pays their fair share. Everybody plays into the pot, and you also benefit from that pot. You don't have to be in Congress to be Speaker of the House. Really? I didn't know that. I was trying to remember today who the Speaker of the House, O'Neill. You want to talk about, yeah. I can't remember his first name. Great big Irishman. Oh, he was a big drinker, but nobody in Congress crossed that man. Nobody. I think Mitch McConnell took lessons from him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Rockefeller. The Rockefellers. I love this. Yeah. I really, yeah, I see Beto as down the road as an old man being a Bernie Sanders kind of guy. Yes. Thank you. Tip O'Neill. Thank you, Hypnocity. I'm having name issues tonight. Uh, that old fibro fart, brain fart stuff. The Constitution does not require the Speaker to be an incumbent member of the House of Representatives, although every Speaker thus far has been. So then it's not automatic that if you're the majority leader that you are automatically the like McCarthy's trying to say. Because yeah, they had to vote Nancy in. That's the thing. Everybody's like, she's been it for so long. She's been Speaker of the House forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah, it's like 32 years. But they keep voting her in. They vote her into office and they vote her into Speaker. She knows what she's doing. I understand, sweetie. I'm exhausted too. You know what I'm tired of? A 4-letter word. WAIT. Wait a little longer. I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of waiting. That's why I'm going. We're going to talk manifestation and how we get this job done. You know when you're manifesting what you want. You don't do it in words, you do it from your heart. You want rain to come, you don't say, please, I'm praying for rain. Because you're praying for something that's not there. So that can't be given to you because it's not there. What you do is you close your eyes and you get into the space where you feel the storm blowing the wind on your face. You hear the lightning in your ears. You feel that static from the lightning. And you smell the smell of the moist dirt and the fresh washed air. And then you feel the rain on your face. That's how you manifest rain. It's there in your mind. You're feeling it. You're experiencing it already. So that's how you manifest, guys. So what you want, what we want, we need to start living like we have it. Because when you look at what you have, maybe struggling to keep it, maybe struggling to have it, but dang, we sure do have it good to compare to so many other places, many countries, and even so many other people in this country alone. So find your gratitude, find your forgiveness. The next thing you know, you find your love. When you find your love, there you are. You're unlimited. You can do whatever. You can manifest. You don't need any special gifts because you're all there. It's all in you. All in you. And as we're coming up on the hour, I'm going to pull a card. Okay, but your roof is leaking. Please stop manifesting rain. I love you, Ethnicity. Okay. I'm not manifesting rain. I had a lot of rain this summer here in Arizona, which was really, really bizarre. So I won't. I'm just enjoying the cool weather. Anyway, oh, I love you. That's cute. You guys, I'm going to pull one more card, and before I send you on your way, just heads up, man. We got this. You're in an old. Oh. You know what? My father completely gutted an old Airstream and rebuilt it on the inside. That was the coolest place because when it rained, it was like you were sleeping in a can. It was so loud. It was so cool, though. That's so neat, Rose Blue. Yeah, it's a roof. Heck yeah. You're talking to a girl who's planning on buying a used U-Haul to convert into a tiny house to live in 6 months out of the year. I don't want to live in a big house anymore. That's too much dang work. I want to be free. I want to see some of the United States. I want to meet you all. If it takes me 10 years in one road trip, I will come and meet you all. That's always been my dream. Ever since the first time I got involved in YouTube was, I want to meet these people, these terrific people. Can't read. Got a couple cards. One turn flipped over in the deck, so we will take it as well. We're going to take 3 cards. This is the bottom of the deck. Energize in the natural world. Let your inner hunter or huntress take a rest. This is a time of forgiveness. Release your energies. Release your creative energies. Once again, she's in nature. Make use of them in your life. You know, you got a wall that's got an empty spot on it, and you think it might need a picture. Doodle something. Go outside and throw some paint. Be creative. I just used paint as an example because I'm an artist, but, you know, there's lots of things you can do to create. Here you go. Go buy yourself a pumpkin. A can of pumpkin. Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker, whatever brand of spice cake you prefer. Mix the two together. Don't add anything else to it. Just the pumpkin and the dry cake mix. Spoon it out on a cookie sheet, and it makes the best cakey pumpkin cookies. Oh my goodness. I put dried cranberries in mine and walnuts too. So good. There's no talent in that. But boy, are you being creative. A can of pumpkin and a dry cake mix. So now I'm going to try it with a carrot cake mix. I thought, we'll just make it really good for you because carrot cake mix has ground carrots in it, or grated carrots in it. So, hey, I'm trying to be creative. And it's very inexpensive too. So, and the final card is gorgeous. So pretty. A wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. So come out from hiding. It's okay. And look at the card, you guys. It's blue. There's a message in that. You're making oatmeal cookies with walnuts? Yummy. I love oatmeal cookies. I love oatmeal. Yeah, it'd be great for breakfast. Especially you put oatmeal, put oats in it too. You'd have to probably then add maybe some kind of moisture because the oats will soak up all the moisture out of the pumpkin, and then the cookies could be kind of dry. But anyway, you guys, I love it. Something wonderful is coming for us. So here we go. I'm going to tell you, wait a little longer. Just a little longer. And in the meantime, be creative with your energy and re-energize in the natural world, because our time of fighting is over. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I want you to understand that part of the reason why things are like they are We had fear and we had doubt. Guess what we manifested? What were you feeling in the pit of your stomach Tuesday? So we manifested what we were afraid of. Keep that in mind when you're afraid. Yes, the truth will set us free, and the truth always comes out. Eventually, always comes out. Maybe generations later, but it always comes out. I love you all. You guys take care of yourselves. Please be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. And just resist the temptation to fall down that, oh, woe is me, what if rabbit hole. My suggestion is if you do go down that, finish it. What if? Tell yourself. That way you can see both sides. Maybe the other side isn't quite so scary. I don't know. For me, that's a hard thing to do because I have someone who's running for governor that's, she's as nuts as Greg Abbott. So, as a matter of fact, I think there will be a toss-up between the two. Hey, Ron's still here. Yay! I'm glad to see that. You all stay safe. Yes. And spread your love and light around. You got lots of it to give. And, energy, Einstein says energy is neither created or depleted. It fluctuates, but it's never gone. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. Which, by the way, my guest next week is Herc213. Jay will be here. And we're going to be talking about wellness, the new things he's got going on in his channel since the last time he was on the show. So, yeah, it'll be fun to talk to my buddy, my brother. So, we'll see you all. And don't forget Tuesday with Manasa on the Nag Hammadi. And then Wednesday, of course, is the midweek minis, personal readings, and current events. So we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, y'all. I love you.